Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are we today? I am going to sit down with you today and do a super cute makeup tutorial perfect for holiday season. We're going to do something super neutral, super nude, but super glam. So perfect for those festive events that we're probably be doing on Zoom, but we'll still be looking popping when we're doing them. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, let's make sure today is the day you hit that button and ring the bell so you don't miss any future uploads from me. I do super cute makeup tutorials, hauls, favourites and all sorts of other fun stuff too. And if you want to see what look I create, then you know what to do. Just keep watching. Okay, so let's just get right into it. We're going to start off by prepping our skin for makeup. I'm going to start off using the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. I've actually been using this for a couple of weeks now. I really like it. So I like this as a kind of base for my makeup just to give my skin a really nice glow. I feel like I would probably like it to be a little bit tackier if I'm being completely honest. So if this is going to be a makeup that you're going to need on to last you for like a long time, you might want to use like a sticky primer as well, but just for a really nice base for a glowy, flawless, dewy skin, it's really nice. And then we're going to give it about 30 seconds to a minute just to kind of dry in. That's what the instructions did say in this, so I like to give it a little bit of time just to really kind of sink into the skin, and then we'll put some foundation on top. So for foundation, we're going to be taking the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. You guys know this is my ride or die. Today I've got a little bit of tan, so I'm going to be matching it to my fake tan, so it's going to go a little bit darker but it'll match my neck. That's kind of the most important vibe. So today I'm going to be matching this to my tan, so it's going to be a little bit darker, but we're going to just buff that into the skin. I'm not wanting a super heavy coverage. I'm kind of liking with my foundation recently not going super full covers. Like I'll do a really nice kind of flawless base but not anywhere near as much product as what I would have used to have been wearing. In terms of foundation, I've definitely dialed it back to like 2-3 pumps before your boy was using like 7 or 8, and that was a madness, right? For my concealer, I'm going in again with my fave combo, which is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer. I'm using the shades 40NN and 30NN. I'm just kind of layering them up. I like to use the 40 as just like a kind of subtle highlight, like a little bit, just a little bit brighter than what my foundation is, and then I take a little bit of the 30NN, which is 2 shades lighter, and I just take that just really through the darkest points in my eyes just to really kind of brighten them up. And then I like to just sit with my little fan and I just kind of fan myself for 30 seconds. I just like the concealer to kind of have an opportunity to not develop, that's not the word, but just kind of sink in, just so that you've got a little bit of time where the concealer is cooking, you know. And then we're just going to really start to work the concealer in and really kind of pat that in just to get ourselves a really flawless finish. So I'm not going to bake quite yet, but what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NT20, and we're just going to use that to really lightly set the under eye so that it's got no chance to slip, slide or crease while I'm working on the rest of the skin. And I'm not going to cream contour today. I'm going to just take a little bit of the Benefit Hoola Caramel first, and we're going to use that to really kind of softly sculpt the face. You know that I like to just kind of press that in rather than buffing and blending, because we don't want to be putting ourselves in that position where we're buffing too much that it's going to move the foundation underneath and then cause a whole lot of like texture. Ain't nobody got time for that. And then I'm going to make sure as well just to really kind of bronze my temples, because I'm going to do quite a nice bronzy blown out brown smoke, so I want the connection between the bronzer and the eyeshadow to be really seamless and give me a really snatched contour, so we can start that from right now. And then I'm just taking, don't judge me, my Urban Decay Shapeshifter. It's needing replaced. I have got a spare, but I just don't want to open it yet because I want to get as much mileage out of this one as possible. And then you know the drill, makeup forever, bronzer reloaded, long weekend. One day I will go and buy a new one that's got a lid that doesn't fall off, but there's so much product still to be used in this that I don't want to waste it, because it's such a lovely bronzer, just to give a really nice flush to the cheeks. So we'll take some blush. We'll take my MAC Sunbask blusher, my favourite blusher. You know, it's a really nice kind of bronzy, peachy, that kind of vibe. I was going to use my little MUA blusher, but I forgot to put it on today, the cream ones. But I want to just give it a nice healthy glow to the skin. I think that looks really cute. And then we're going to take some of my Urban Decay All Nighter setting powder, and we're going to just use that to set everything in place so that my face is going nowhere. And you guys know that I'm obsessed with this powder. It is quite possibly one of my favourite things that Urban Decay do. So it's obviously time to bake, so I'm going to be taking my Fenty Beauty loose powder in the shade Butter. Just make sure before you bake that you've got absolutely no under eye creasing, because the minute you bake, if there's any crease in there, then the bake is going to really lock it in and we don't want that. Oh, you guys know how much I love a snatched baked nose. It is obviously always my favourite part of my makeup. Okay, so while we let our bake sit, we're going to go ahead and do our brows. So I'm going to actually start today by fluffing them up. So of course you know the drill. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Subversion for this part. This is a lash primer, but as I said time and time again, it is the best brow product on the market for giving your brows that really nice, fluffy, textured, laminated brow look, in my opinion. I just think that it's been a real game changer for me, and I put so many people onto it, and just in my opinion I think it's so good for giving your brows that really nice fluffed up look and a really strong hold. And what I love about this is that, like I've said before, it doesn't, like a lot of these brow gels will leave a kind of waxy coating through your foundation, but I just really find that this one doesn't, so you get a really nice flawless look to your brows, a whole lot of volume and a whole lot of hold. I really think I want to laminate my brows again, but like I did a video on it the last time, I'll link it up here, and I loved it at first, but by the end of like 2 weeks in I was like, oh, never again, so don't know if I'll do it again. So I'm just using the side of the product, like the wand, the tube, and we're just pressing them against the skin. And boom, how fluffy do my brows look? Instantly, so good. Oh guys, if you haven't tried this, I really recommend. Look how much structure that's given to my brows already. It's given them a really nice shape. I'm super happy with that. And then today what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to carve my brows out before I fill them in. Just because I've seen a few videos of people doing this online, and I kind of come and go with this technique, but I thought we'll just try it today. So I'm going to take some more of that concealer, and all you want to do is just start below your brow, and what you're going to do is really start to shape out the base of your brow, and that's going to give you a lot of control over the shape, and it's going to really give you, and once we've got that nice arch defined, we're going to just start to slowly pull that product down. You've got a really nice shape. So that's really kind of mapped out the brow for us, so we can see much more clearly where we're going to go in and fill. So we're not going to be like filling out our brows blindly and just hoping for the best. We're going to have a shape mapped out for us that we can quickly fill in. And now that we've got that shape nicely mapped out, I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay Inked Brow, which you guys know recently I've become kind of obsessed with, and we're going to use that just to really fill in the brows super quickly. So I'm taking the product onto a little harder brow brush. The brush it comes with is really nice, but I just like a more stiff brush for this part, just to get a really easy fill. And I'm actually using this today just to draw in little hair strokes first of all. Then just to add some dimension to the brows, I'm going to go with my Urban Decay Brow Blade in the shade Brunette Betty. Use the little felt tip side for that, and we're going to add some other hair strokes. Because this is two different colours, it's going to give us a really nice contrast and give it a really three-dimensional effect. Okay, so now that our brows are looking super cute, what we're going to do is blend away our bake, and we're going to just work the powder into the skin. Cool, I'm really liking the skin. Obviously, I'm not highlighted yet, so I'm going to take a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and we're going to just mist our face with that. And that's just going to bring the skin a little bit more back to life, just so that we've got a kind of damp base for our highlight to go on top of, because if you're putting your highlight on top of something that's been sitting there, that's matte, that's dried in, the highlight's not going to be as popping. If you've got a slight bit of like dampness to the skin, almost like you've wet it down again, when you put your highlighter on top it's going to be so popping. So I'm going to go with my favourite highlighter just now, which is the Holy Chic highlighter from Vive, and I'm obsessed with this highlighter, and we're going to just take a little bit of that and just give our skin a really nice strobed out moment. So we're just going to take that on the tips of the cheekbones, Sometimes I actually quite like to highlight before I do any other powders. You've seen me do that on my channel a few times, right, before I do bronzer or anything, and that can also make your glow look super popping, but today I just felt like doing it in this direction. And then I just take my powder brush and I just go over the edges of where that highlighter stops, and we're doing that just to make sure that everything's really nicely blended in. Okay, so now that our base is done, I'm obviously going to go in and just set that in place with some all-nighter setting spray by Urban Decay, because we need this makeup to last. Whether you're having a Zoom party, a real party, whatever you want to do, you want your makeup to be looking flawless all night long, and this is your... Okay, so I don't really know what I want to do in the eyes today. Well, I know what look I want to do, I just don't know what I want to use for it. So I've actually not used the Naked Honey palette from Urban Decay in quite a while. It's got lots of really nice, like, kind of rich browns and stuff, which is the kind of vibe that I want to go for today. So I'm going to use this to start off with. I might dig out like a black or something if I want to make it extra smoky. So we're going to start off by taking the P. Louise base in the shade Rumour 03. I like this one because it's a little bit darker, so nice for those kind of smoky brown looks. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that in each eyelid. And we're just starting off by patting this eye out, just to get a really smooth, crease-free base. So a technique that you guys will probably see me do a few times by now is I'm going to actually start by working the shape on my lower lash line to really kind of get the shape I'm going for, and then we'll smoke out the top. This really works for me with my eyes being a little bit more on the hooded side, because it really helps me control the shape that I'm creating from here up, so that I can get that really nice winged out shape, and I'm blending all the shadows on top in the same direction. So we'll start off by using my favourite eye pencil, Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in Whiskey. Need to get a new one of these real soon. You could do this step just with shadow alone, but I like to use a pencil first, especially a really creamy one like that, because it means that it gives you a kind of primed base. It helps map out the shape, the shadow can really grip to it, smoke out really nicely, so you get a really seamless blend, and it's going to really stay on for a lot longer. And then I'm going to actually take the little brush that you get with the honey palette. I've not used this before. And I'm going to use a little small end, and we're going to just start to soften that edge left by the pencil first. We will then go in and add a colour, of course, but we're going to start off by using it on its own, just so that that line's a little bit more diffused and we can blend colour on top of it really nicely. And then I'm going to dip into the shade Drip, which is a really nice brown, like a really rich caramel toned brown. I really like this one. And we're going to just start to soften that line. And then I'm going to switch over to the shade Keeper, which is a little bit more of a kind of yellowy gold matte colour. And we're going to just use that to really blow that colour out and soften everything right down and make it super flawless and super blended. So now for the top part of my lid, I'm going to just make sure that my P. Louise base has not creased, and then I'm going to start to smoke out the colour. I'm going to start off taking a Jessup Luxe All Over shader, and we're going to go in with some more of that shade Drip, and we're going to use that just to really start to map out the shape on top. You guys know I always really like this, especially just now, to build out the colour on the outer third, just to give us that really nice, super smoky looking, like almost fox eye but not quite. And then just to repeat what we've done on top, what we've done on the bottom, we're going to go with a little bit more of that shade Keeper on a fluffier brush, and we're just going to use that to really start to diffuse that line and blow that colour out. And this will add that little hit of warmth that we're looking for without going super orangey brown. It just creates that really nice kind of caramel toned neutral brown vibe. And you want to always at this point go over the edge on the inside of the eye as well, because it's all about everything being really nice and diffused. I want this to be a really easy look, and you can see how easy it was to get this shape and these colours and that kind of intensity of brown. And of course, you know, I'm just pulling that colour right out to give us that really lovely winged shape. Okay. You want the outer corner to be as smoky as possible, but you want it to be super diffused as well. So you're going in constantly just to get everything being really blown out and really soft, no harsh lines. And then with a very light amount of pressure, we're going to take some more of that shade Drip and just really start to work it through the crease a little bit. But by this point there should be barely anything left on your brush. So it shouldn't be super intense and dark, it's just about giving the eyes that little bit extra structure. So the next part of the look, I'm going to be going in with the Doll Beauty Pigment Popper, which I just recently picked up. I've never tried it before, but people give it really good reviews. A lot of people say they really like this for using as a kind of pigment glue, so we'll give it a little try. So I'm going to take that on a little flat brush. I think I'll use my little Urban Decay angled lip brush for this. And I'm going to just pop, oh it's clear! A little bit of that on. So it's just like a little tube like this, really cute. And we're going to just use that to lay down a kind of tacky base on the lid. So we didn't cut the crease, but what we're going to do is map out where we're going to place a little bit of shimmer and sparkle in the eyes using that pigment popper. So concentrate it on the inner third of the eyelid, that it should slowly be coming out and kind of fading out. Feels good, right? And then I'm going to take the Sample Beauty pigment. This is the Sample Beauty Sean Maloney pigment, which I've had for so long and I don't think I've used in this channel, and I don't know why, because like it is so... Didn't see that coming. It is so nice, like so sparkly. So we'll try some of that. Oh, I'm so gutted. That was at least 3 weeks of eyelids I just dropped. Oh well. And we're going to just use the same brush and we're going to just lay that down. This is a really gorgeous pigment if you want a nude shimmer. Whenever I wear this, people always go nuts for it. They're like, Alan, what is that on your eyes? I hope this is picked up on camera, but it's a really nice kind of nude sparkle. It gives your eyes the nicest finish. Definitely going to have to add a little bit of drama to the look to really complement this. So I wasn't going to do like black liner just because I really just wasn't in the mood, but I will. So I'll take my NYX matte black liner and we're going to just do a little bit of a black, not wing, because I want it to not be a wing, but a nice kind of liner. I'll smoke out with a black shadow, I think will be nice. I'm just going to grab my Vive Essential palette because it's the one I've got to hand, and we'll take the black shade from this, the shade Goodnight, and we'll use that just to really start to smoke out that outer corner. Okay, it's got a bit more dramatic than what I had planned, but you know, I like it a lot. So just to finish off the eye, I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Flyby from the Honey palette, and I'm going to just place that right in that inner corner. This is a really nice inner corner highlight if you want that kind of matte look. It's just enough to really brighten and make the eyes pop. Okay, so all that's left to do is do the other eye off camera, pop on some lashes, and I'll meet you back here for a lip. Okay, lashes are on. I don't know what they are because they are just like in my little lash case, but I like them. They're like nice and flattered. I think they're dull, but could be wrong, so I'm not going to list them. So I'm going to go in my favourite lip pencil, Morphe Bite Me. Who would have known that something was going to overthrow Sweet Tea to the extent that this one has? So you could do this eye look with any kind of lipstick you could do. Like, it's a really festive look, so you could do it with like a red if you wanted, or like a deep berry or something, but you know I like a nude. And that's on. Period. So for lips, I've actually got a new lipstick. I've got the Dominique Cosmetics Sweet Nectar lipstick. The packaging's so cute, it's got the logo embossed on the top, very bougie and luxe. Packaging feels nice, and it's a really nice kind of pale peachy nude, so I think it'll go really nice. So it's a really nice kind of pale peachy nude. I think it'll go nice with this look. That's a really nice formula. She's cute, we like her, she can stay. Okay guys, so that is the finished look. I'm sure you can agree we are beat AF. This is a really perfect kind of festive look. Super nude, little bit of sparkle, not too smoky. It's kind of like my favourite kind of fox eye extended eye shape that I've been loving, but with a little bit of sparkle for the holiday season. Even if you're wearing a mask, your makeup's going to be super popping from above. But obviously for all those Christmas Zoom calls or whatnot, whatever we're allowed to do, who knows, your makeup will be beat. The complexion I love, it's not going to go anywhere. The eyes are beat. I like this lipstick, this Dominique Cosmetics lipstick. Sweet Nectar. She likes this. I am going to be wearing this more often. So yeah, overall I really like this look. I hope you guys like it. If you do, you know what to do. Give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what other looks you want to see me do in the run up to the holiday season. Can you believe that we are in December already and Santa Claus is rapidly on his way? If you've not already, please make sure today is the day that you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss any future uploads from me. You know what to do. Get me on my other social medias. I'll put them on the screen. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. If you want any more info on the products I've used today, I will link them down below. And yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this super beat look. I will see you next time. Bye.